Hi, Sharon Brennan here, Cottage Lane Stamper from New Ulm, Minnesota. I have been obsessed with making gift bags lately. And I found another one that is pretty easy to make. You can make it any size you want. This one happens to be, let's see, I think it's about 4 inches. I lost my ruler. 4 inches by, let's see, 4 by 5, and it's 2 inches wide. And like I said, you can make them any size you want, up to the limitations of your DSP. You can use 2 sheets of 12 by 12 DSP. So this sheet of paper was actually 8 by 8, and the way I figured it out, I needed something that would be about 2 inches deep, and I wanted it about 4 inches wide. So I just and then there's so there's 2 inches on the bottom too, and this is 1 inch. I accidentally made the first I cut 2 sheets of paper and scored them differently, and I'll show you how I did that in a minute. But anyway, so just figure out how wide you want it, how deep you want it, and so this is 4, and I wanted it 2 inches deep, so I added 2, and 2 and 4 is 8. That gave me the size of the sheet of paper, 8 by 8. So now I'm going to make one I think that's a little bit bigger, and this is a great way to use up your retired DSP. And I have this beautiful DSP that was from a couple years ago, and I still have quite a bit of it, and I think this makes beautiful gift bags. The only caveat, I'm going to switch to different paper, because when I fold this over, the trees, you can see the trees are going to be upside down. So I'll be back in a second. This is from the same pack of paper. These are beautiful little Christmas trees, and the other side is kind of a wash with a really small pattern on it. So we're going to cut 2 sheets of this that are 10 by 10. So 10 inches. Now when you use 12 by 12, you just have to allow for your sides and your bottom dimensions. So 10 by 10, and another one that is 10 by 10. I don't know, I figured I've got about 2 or 3 videos out there with different types of bags and how I made them, but I found this one today by Jackie Bohus. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm Dutch, so I should know, but we didn't speak it in the house. Well, my mom did occasionally. Anyway, so I've got 2 sheets of DSP that are 10 by 10. And I'm going to put, I think, a 1.5 inch border at the top. And this is where I messed up before. So first of all, you have to decide what the top of your bag is going to be. And this is going to be my top. So I don't know if I can get in there. So I think I'm going to make it 1.5 inches from the top. And I had cut out 2 sheets of DSP earlier when I made these bags. And one I scored at 1, one I scored at 1.5, so I went to put them together, and one was like 1/2 inch shorter than the other. So just be careful of that. So we're going to do 1.5, and then I'm still going to make it 2 by 2, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to make it 2 inches deep. So we're just going to do 2 inches all the way around. And this is a great way to use up your DSP if you hoard it like I do. So what did I say? 1.5 at the top and 2 all the way around. And these are nice to have. You can make these bags all year round. Whatever DSP, you can make them masculine. There's some beautiful plaid papers out there. Let's see, I think I've done all 3 sides already. And these go together so quickly and easily. So we've got 2 sheets that are scored the same, thankfully. The patterns are going the right way. So what I'd like to do now is I'm going to fold down my top, and I'm just going to burnish that with my bone folder. Now when you get to this point, you can use glue. You want to make sure you use a strong adhesive when you're making your 3-dimensional items, because they're going to be used. I'm going to use tear and tape along the edge here. And I like to give it a good rub. It just makes it easier for the backing to tear off. We're going to fold that down. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. And I have a couple gifts I'm giving to a friend, and that's why or a couple friends, and that's why I'm making these extra little bags. So to put them in, one's going to get mailed, and one's going to be hand delivered. So actually, and I'm going to use, I haven't just thought I could use this other bag here for another gift that I'm going to hand deliver. So we're just burnishing all of our score marks. Make sure you use your bone folder. And you might hear a snowplow go by. We had some snow this morning, so first real snow of the season. There's my little ruler. Okay, now on one of these, you're going to cut out the corners. I like to turn it over because it's easier to see, I think, when the pattern is smaller. So this one we're going to cut out both corners. I love our paper snips for these because they are so sharp to the very end. And now, oops, and now on this one, we're just going to cut up to this fold mark here, right there. So just cut up to that score mark from the sides, there. And that's done with the cutting. So now we're going to put our little bags together. And I like to take these and lay them side by side like this and line this up and then put my glue down. So I could use tear and tape too, or I could use Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm going to use glue. It's a little bit easier to, looks like I'm running out of glue here. A little easier to line things up when you're using the multi-purpose glue. Let's see if I have another bottle someplace. Usually I like to keep an extra one or two on hand. I just line those up. And if you have some glue on there, don't worry. I have these glue erasers. Stampin' Up! Used to sell them, and you can still get them in the Hobby Lobby and things like that, or Michael's. But they're glue erasers, and they just take the glue right off. So now we are going to fold in our flaps here on the sides and score and burnish those a little bit better. And we're going to put some glue on there. to the edges. And we're going to kind of line those up with our bag. Kind of give them a good pinch. Sometimes when I'm doing my 3D things like this, I use clothespins to hold things in place while they dry. So, there. And now we're going to put this on the inside to kind of give it a finished look so you don't have those little flaps showing. If I did it like this, then you'd see those little side flaps in there. So we are going to put some more. There goes the snowball. We're going to put some glue here along the edges. It's kind of hard for the residents of my apartment building today because everybody's trying to figure out where to put their cars if they don't have a spot in the garage downstairs. So have to keep moving them while the plows go by. So we're going to line this up. I'm just going to kind of give that a good press. And same on this side. And there's our bag. Now we just need to punch some holes in it, and you could probably put some more glue on the corners here just to keep these down a little bit more. Put another smidge there. You can hear the backup beepers from the plow. There, and there's our bag. Now we just need to punch some holes and put some ribbon. So I'm going to go get some ribbon. I'll be right back. And we're back. And this is, I love making craft projects because it's a great way to use up your retired things. I've got my crocodile, and I have to be careful when I punch because it punches holes on both sides. If you can see that, let me turn the light on here. Another light. So, I don't know if you have one of these. But it punches small holes on this side and larger holes on the other. And on my bags, I kind of punched holes on both sides because one side went underneath. So I'm just going to eyeball it there. Try to get my crocodile inside the bag totally. And I'm just going in as far as it'll go and just in a part of the way. Yay, I didn't punch both sides, so put a 1/4 inch from the edge. See if I can manage it one more time without punching on both sides. There we go. Woohoo, we did it. I made your feet. So then you just want to cut your ribbon, and I've been using like about, on the centimeter side of my grid paper, so it's 40 centimeters or 16 inches. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces of that. I'm not sure what I'll use this bag for, but it'll be nice to have on hand for Christmas gifts. And then I use floss threaders. Here we go. To pull my things through the holes. So you get a bunch of them in a case like this. And they are so slick. My girlfriend mentioned you could also use bread ties. But these, for my old hands and old eyes, work good. So you just thread it through the threader. You can see that. I've got the floss threader through the hole. Pull my ribbon through and and I'm going to tie a knot on the end. Just like that. And I think I'm going to go on this side here. One of my bags I did put the handles on this way, and one I put on this way. Tell me which way you prefer your handles to be. You like them all on the side or on the ends? We're just going to do it this way this time. Pull it through and tie a knot. Just need to make sure that your hole isn't larger than your knot so it doesn't pull through. Otherwise you can always double knot too, or use a wider ribbon. I didn't have any wider ribbon, or I would use that because I didn't use wide ribbon very often. So, but this color matched pretty well. And one. And the only thing I'll have left to do is make some gift tags for my bags. So, I hate to lose these little things. They're so light and almost invisible. And they just kind of float around and they disappear. So, there is our bag. I don't know if you can zoom out a little bit. See my mess. There is one, and that's from 2 10 by 10 inch sheets of paper. And this one is, the scoring is about the same except for the top, but this is from 2 8 by 8 sheets of paper. So you just need to figure out how wide you want and the size, and then that'll be the dimensions of your bag and how high you want it, because it'll be pretty much square. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you like this video, please hit subscribe and share. It helps the algorithms. And Merry Christmas.